Hello, my name is Lena and I am on a mission to make a wardrobe that suits my personality throughout the ages and also the planet. And the way we make it suit the planet is we don't follow trends. We try and work out, in essence, things that we will love and appreciate forever. And one of the ways I talk about doing that is by drawing inspiration, not from trends, but from art, whether that be walking around galleries, moments in history, or films. Films that I have been inspired by in the past is like literally all of Helena Bonham Carter's backlist of films that she's been in. The Sound of Music. I did a whole lookbook on The Sound of Music. I recently did a video all about Oscore and my love of Wicked and making a capsule wardrobe around that. And recently I have been haunted by the bug that is Olivia Colman, specifically Olivia Colman in this film, The Roses. I saw this film weeks ago, and while I don't think it is a film for the ages, I couldn't stop thinking about the costume design in this film and how frickin' good it is. The costume design in this film was done by the amazing costume designer P.C. Williams, and the reason that I love it, I mean, look at her sketches. This is incredible. The reason that I love it is because it is a woman in her 50s who dresses like me. And I just feel like so often when I'm looking for style inspiration, I'm drawing from people who are younger than me or younger versions of myself, and just seeing my personality in an age group that I will soon be in was just really exciting. I love how free all the clothes are, and I've really loved delving into interviews with PC Williams to see why she picked what she picked, and ultimately just like having dirty fantasies about how I would recreate this wardrobe. And those of you who have been here before know that I am also on a mission to teach myself how to make my own clothes. I think it is a basic skill that we should have been taught at school, and it should be, in its rawest form, a little bit like cooking or gardening. Like, I wear clothes, so I'm responsible for knowing vaguely how they work and making simple patterns with them. It's just one of my it's not even recent anymore, it's one of my passions that I picked up in lockdown and just haven't been able to let go of. And I have a lot of fabric in my collection, and I also have a lot of wish list or like patterns that I own, and I started piecing together, like just subconsciously when I was thinking about these costumes, fabrics that I would use and patterns I would use to recreate the vibes of some of the outfits in this film. So today I'm going to present to you my favourite costumes in this film and how I would make them were I to make them for myself. And then I would love to hear from you in the comments which ones you think I should make, and maybe I'll document them on here for you. But for now, I just want to present you with the inspiration, get you excited about interpreting art and picking out clothes for yourself based on characters rather than trends. And maybe, if you haven't tried it before, inspire you to pick up a sewing machine yourself and give it a go. So the first outfit, and really where I just started thinking, holy hell, this is gonna be a good film for fashion, was this first scene in their therapy office. And you can see that Olivia Colman is wearing the most incredible patchwork Peter Pan collared shirt. I think it's creative and relaxed, but like also you could totally wear it formally. It introduces the character of somebody who's like quite friendly and eclectic, but on top of all of that, it kind of looks warm and comfy. And those are all the things that I want for me in my life. So the pattern I would use for this one is the Friday Company Patina blouse. I actually already own this pattern and I've used it once before and really liked it. I would make the collar a little bit bigger. You can see it's very hard to find blouses where the collars come down here, but this one does. I'd probably widen the collar a little bit. I think that'd be a really easy adjustment. You can see from these line drawings that it has a similar shape. Maybe I'd put elastic cuffs on because that looks more like the vibe, especially if it's quite thick fabric. Doing cuffs would be a massive ball ache. But apart from that, I don't think it would need that many modifications. I think it would be the perfect pattern for this blouse. I don't have a fabric to show you for this idea, but I have so much scrap denim in my collection, and everybody has a pair of jeans that is falling apart. I would patchwork this, but maybe instead of all of the tiny patchworks that are going on here, I would simply just make each section of the blouse a different color, like dark for the collar and then like a lighter wash denim for the breast and then like different art. Do you know what I mean? I do bigger chunks because I'm not that dedicated to any cause. And I think that it would still look equally cool if it was like bigger patches. Okay, the next outfit, you're not even ready. This is so good. She has this amazing jumper that has stripes, like intermittent colored stripes on each arm, and then a nautical theme across the body. Then it's got like these baby pink lines around the neck and also around the cuffs. Look at how good it is. And then she's wearing it with, you're not even ready, just wait for her to choke on a raspberry, 1 second. These amazing barrel leg checked trousers that I suspect are from a brand called Beyond 9 because I'm a psychopath and I feel like I can tell. And these trousers are actually a pattern that I have had cut out for a little while. Oh, I just love the styling as well. Like, look at this, she's got these tiny little like electric blue hoops in. Oh, killing me, PC, you're killing me. This is a pattern I actually already own, and they're called the Arthur pants by So Liberated. And on first glance, they don't look like her trousers at all, okay? I get that. They've got the barrel, but they're not quite there. However, if you look at this view, which is the one with an elastic waist, I think that's pretty freaking close, and it looks super comfortable. I'll show you a line drawing. That they would look like this, and they've got this beautiful seam down the front of the trouser. I want to slip into them right now. And if I was gonna pick a fabric, I would be picking this, which I recognize isn't the tepid black and white gingham of the trousers in the film, but it is something that I love and I know that I would wear a lot. This is a fabric that I picked up when I was in Canada recently, and I'm just freaking obsessed with it. And I think it's not always about mimicking the to the T, but being like, what do I like about this outfit? And with that, the jumper that I would knit would be this roll up knit down jumper from Lauren Ashton Designs. It's pretty much the only pattern designer I use for knitting because I just love her. It's so simple, it speaks to my brain. And this is actually one of Claudia Winkleman's favorite jumpers. It's from Lauren Ashton Designs as well. The only thing that's different about this jumper is that it does, while it has the little balloon sleeves, and I think it's the relaxed fit and it's perfect, it's in a much chunkier knit than what Olivia Colman's wearing, which is my colour speed, because I can't be spending 80 hours knitting a jumper. This alone would probably take me 40. I am a slow knitter, and there would also be like a lot of changing yarns and tucking in ends because of all the stripes. But the other difference is that this one has a much higher collar. Now I could either choose to keep the collar lower, or I could really accentuate what I love about this jumper, which is that baby pink unexpected stripe around the collar as seen here, and just make a bigger feature of it, like have a bit of a turtleneck going on with this jumper. But I think it'd be so fun to pick unexpected colorways for the arms. I do like the blue and green and navy in this one, but maybe I'd go a little bit wild and do something different. But I just think that jumper is such a lovely mix of the comfort and like the expected with something a little bit unexpected about it. And I think I would just love it forever. It's so good. Okay, this next piece I freaking love. Are you ready? Oh my God, look at this jacket. Is that not the best thing you've ever seen? I don't understand. I love the boxy fit, the kind of like slightly bigger than we're expecting collar, and then those really unexpected patch pockets. Like, oh, I just love it. Like, just look at this collar. Look at the collar. Wait till it comes up. Look at the collar. Oh, it's... It's just so perfect. It kind of makes her look kind of girlish, but not like trying to look young. I can't explain it, but I really, really like it. For this, I would use this pattern, again from Friday Pattern Company. Again, a pattern I already own called the Ilford jacket. You can make it long like this, but I think if you make it structured and short, it would give a really similar look to the jacket that she's wearing. And again, I could make that collar a little bigger if we wanted it, if we were to be so bold. I would actually, because in this universe where I'm making all of these clothes, I'd already have done a denim shirt and I would probably be sick of working with denim. But I have this beautiful dyed indigo fabric that is quite stiff. It has the feeling of light denim, but it's not denim, if that makes sense. And it's got these really playful spots on it, I would use this with the jacket. Can you picture it? It'd be so good. And then for the pockets, I'd have unlimited choices because I have so much scrap fabric in my life. But 2 choices I thought would be cool. Actually, now I'm seeing this, I don't think that would be cool. These are my really old pajama bottoms that have lost their stretch and are very sad, but I refuse to get rid of them. I think I've probably had them since I was about 17. That's not working. I don't want that as the pocket, I don't think. My other option, which I probably would go with, is like something like this. Do you think? And for the pocket, it would be insane, but like we're going for insane. So maybe that would be the patch pocket. Anyway, that's the fabric that I'd use. Maybe I would make a long version of it. Maybe it would be better as like a long dust jacket, but that would be the plan for that outfit. Okay, the next one you're gonna lose your minds at. And what you need to know about this film is that this is a film about a marriage completely breaking down. And this is what Olivia Colman wears on the moment that I would trace back to her marriage breaking down. Look at those pajamas, are you kidding? They've got these monkeys on them, they're bright blue with this pale pink. Oh, they look incredible. Here she is, she's off here to tell her husband that she's actually had a really great career break at the moment when his career is actually going down the pan, and this is ultimately what will make them deeply unhappy. But we don't care because they look cool. Look at those pajamas. I want them so much. But we shan't buy them. We shan't be buying them new, even though I do know where to get them. I'm not going to enable you. We will be using this secondhand dead stock fabric that I found on Vinted. Look at it. It is obviously not the same colours. It's obviously not the same animal, but I feel like it would give immaculate vibes. And this is also the pajama set I would choose if I was going to inform my husband that I was about to be incredibly successful. Or option B, I have some fabric left over from another project that looks like this, and this would be duping the colours, but not the animals. So do you know what I mean? It would be a tough decision, but we'd have to make it, and it would be fine. The pattern that I'd use for these, there are so many pajama patterns in the world, like predictably, and there is only a few very classic pajama patterns that companies seem to sell, whether that be independent or fast fashion. We all seem to have an idea of what a pajama set should look like. However, I think they look a little bit uncomfortable. In fact, around the arm, I've never really had any, but like around the arms, it looks a little annoying. Like it rides up a lot when I see other people wear that style of pajamas, and I've never owned that style of pajamas in like fixed. I think I've owned it in jersey form, but never in, because it doesn't look. I don't want that. However, I do want the look of it, and here's what I would do. I would go with this Paper Theory pattern. It's Paper Theory again, man. Agnes pajama set, because, and here is what is important about this pajama set is the line drawing. Look at this line drawing. Bat wing pajamas. This whole front 2 sections, like that's its whole section. It doesn't have a separate section for the arm. There's no break there, there's no seam, and you get so much room under your armpit. That's what I want out of my pajama set. So this is by a long stretch the pajama set that I would actually make were I to replicate that. And just think of that, like that top in this fabric. Despicably beautiful. Okay, next, this is such a simple one, but I just wanted to mention it because I just thought the detailing on it, I just thought about this for days after I saw it. It's this olivey green linen shirt, really simple, buttoned right up to the top. And if you look carefully, you can see that it has embroidery down one, don't look at that bit. It has embroidery down one side of the collar. It's like a gold thread pattern. It's a more savoury scene where you can see it. It's like a gold, almost barley shaped pattern that goes, you can see there's a placket in the back. Do you see that placket? That looked amazing, we need that. Is it the way, placket? Pleat, a pleat. It's got a pleat in the back. And then on the front, it's got this amazing barley shaped detail that only goes down one side of the buttons. And I think it's just so nice. I just want it in my face and all over my body. And for this pattern, because of that pleat in the back, and also just because I saw Carly B make it on YouTube recently, I thought she looked amazing in it, would be the Merchant & Mills Scout shirt or dress. You can pick, it's like either. This would be really easy to add that little line to. I think it looks really nice when it's done up to the top. You can also make an optional tie with it, which I think would be really, really cool. I would probably make it in a size that was too big for me. I think it looks like this shirt fits these women very well, but I don't want it to fit. And another thing I like about this shirt is that it stops at the elbow, which is where I roll all my shirts up to anyway. So having a shirt that is specifically designed to stop where I prefer shirts to stop anyway, oh, it would be incredible. For fabrics, I have lots of fabric from when I thrifted some linen duvets, which is, by the way, if you ever want like 100% linen clothes, the cheapest and best way to do it is to thrift linen duvet sets, because you get an insane amount of linen, which is usually very expensive per meter. But if you get a duvet set, you're laughing. So I have this duvet set. This is a pillow sample, but trust me, I have quite a lot of this. Just picture it. Wouldn't it be immense? Or maybe I'd go a little bit mad and do it in brown instead, because I think the green is nice, but I also really like the brown. And then maybe you could have like a green pattern going down the placket instead. I just want to make all of these. Why don't I just have a limited time? And then finally, my last offering before we lose the winter light is this phenomenal shirt she wears where she rings Benedict Cumberbatch to tell him that she's not coming home to do the childcare. She is actually on a first-class private jet to New York to go to the seaside because she's that successful. And again, I love this shirt because it is a little riff on something organized. This is actually a dress. I don't know why I'm saying it's a shirt. It looks like a shirt when she's sitting down, but then you realize when you get to this scene that it's actually a dress. The most phenomenal dress to ever exist, especially with this red bag accent. I'm actually dying. Something you will note about this shirt that's very important is that it carries on the character arc of the one-sided kind of ribbon going down the shirt from the last scene. Like, it has that continuation. It has that one unexpected stripe that I think is like some kind of embroidered ribbon or something that goes down the shirt. I'd love to know whether that was an original feature of the dress or something that PC Williams added in afterwards to do that continuation of character development, but I freaking love it. It's kind of like the clothes equivalent of having like one streak of white in your hair or something. I think it's really offbeat. It's really cool and classy, and I want to do it to all of my shirts. And my final pattern actually comes from this book called Zero Waste Patterns, which is a form of pattern cutting where you don't leave any fabric out. It's like the most perfect, insane maths equation that I could never do myself, but I really want to learn how to do. This book is by Brigitte Helmerson, and she's a freaking genius. And she has this shirt pattern in the book that looks like this, that I would probably just elongate to make it into, maybe she's done it actually, hold on. And she shows you in the book ways to make it into a dress shape as well. So I would totally make this pattern, this shirt dress. I could elongate the sleeves to make it match like that if I wanted. But the other thing I really like about this shirt is the use of stripes. So for fabric, I would use this fabric. My friend Ariel got this for me as a wedding present, and I felt very seen getting fabric as a wedding present. I'm like, yes, correct. But I would use this. This is probably only enough to make a shirt, but that would be okay. So this would be the shirt fabric. And then for the line, I found this brand called Wallace Sewell, and they make selvage ribbons. They make their own clothes made out of plaid, and with the extras, they cut them off into strips and they sell them as ribbons so you can buy them, which is such an amazing sustainable option. So if you'll just walk with me, imagine this fabric as a shirt with one of these running down it like that, or you've got loads of different possibilities. That would be freaking beautiful. I think there's like a pinky one in here somewhere. Yeah, like this maroon one would blend in really well. That kind of looks like it was meant to be together and they were made by the same designer. That's insane. Okay, that might be the one actually. But yeah, one of the design details I love about this shirt, if you didn't notice, is that some of the stripes go this way and some of the stripes go that way. So I'd obviously do that with my, look at those donuts, with my pattern cutting, and it would just be phenomenal. It would all be phenomenal. Now, interestingly, when I listened to the interview with PC Williams, she made the point that she was gradually trying to move Olivia Colman's character into a more professional, capitalistic, successful place with the clothes, and they therefore became more office appropriate and more serious as the film goes on. And it was around this mark in the film, the 37-minute mark in the film, where I started respecting the outfits, but not loving, like not wanting them for my own body. Do you know what I mean? I think they were still really cool, but they became a lot more business-like, like this. So still like an unexpected wrap option, but just, I don't know, they went a bit as kind of 70s and not as like art teachery. She wore a lot more like gold jewelry and like markers of like wealth and stuff that I was like not as excited about. So those are, interestingly, the 5 outfits that I was like most drawn to. 6? Was there 6? I went a bit mad. Yeah, there was 6. And I adore them all. I would love to hear from you in the comments which one you think I should make. If I only make one, which one do you think I should make? Because it's definitely something I'm going to be making in 2026. I hope that if you sew, you've got some good ideas. I'll leave links to everything that I know about how to find in the description. And even if you don't sew, I hope that you've been inspired to take inspiration from films and give credit to the amazing costume designers that make it look like easy. One of the things that PC Williams says that is that when she designs costumes, she buys a whole wardrobe for a character. Like she doesn't just buy outfits for every scene that they're in, but she buys a whole wardrobe for them like they are a real person, so that if on set you want to change something out, you can. And it's also like working out how the pieces work together in a real person's wardrobe, so everything kind of matches. And just because like it's good to like know character-wise what they would wear when they're not on screen, like what are the clothes that they'd be wearing on their off days where the viewer doesn't get to see them, but they have had like a transitional moment between like one time frame and another. Genius. I'm just finding it really interesting geeking out about clothes and costumes at the moment, so I hope that you enjoyed joining me on this odyssey to Olivia Colman, because I love her in general, but just I loved her in this film. And I hope you feel inspired to lean into the things that really excite you about clothes and fashion, and think about the things that can stay in your wardrobe for a really, really long time, rather than just getting caught up in what the shops are trying to serve us, or fast fashion is trying to push down our throats, or celebrity trends that will go out of fashion in a few months. Leaning into those things that you're like, that's cool, I will love that forever. And also finding characters that are, if you're feeling worried about aging, finding characters that are your age or are the age that you will be soon, and seeing the life and the vibrancy and the fizziness of what they're wearing, and being able to picture yourself at that age as well, and getting excited about it rather than thinking it's like a death sentence and you can never dress young again, you can never dress like yourself, you're going to have to start dressing like this complete other person that's not you, because I frankly refuse to do that. And 40 is only 5 years away. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, I reckon you'll like one of these videos, and this video in particular if you're thinking about picking up sewing as a hobby. This video is made possible by the Gumption Club. They get early access to videos. You can get weekly podcasts of me ranting about absolutely anything. You get behind the scenes pictures of what I'm making right now and sneak peeks. And you also get access to the Discord, where we have a very active wardrobe thread and a makers thread as well. So if you're looking to find a community of fellow secondhand fashion lovers or sewists, that's all over there as well for you. Thank you so much for watching. Frog Snog out.